Guys, can you believe it's been 1 month since I started doing this? It's been a full 30 days since I started doing YouTube. That is freaking insane. And I can't believe how much I've learned and how much the channel itself has grown and how just incredibly excited every single day I am to be able to play video games for you guys and that you guys really like it and you keep coming back for more. So I can't express how much that means to me. Really, thank you. One of the things I know I said in my very first video, my Q&A video last month, was that I would do another one 30 days from then. So here I am doing another one. But I had something different in mind. I figured instead of doing another 25 questions, I would tell you guys 10 things that you may not know about me. So let's go ahead and get started. So the very first thing is that I came second place in a statewide art competition. This was in my sophomore year of high school, so I was 15-ish, I think. But I wanted to brag a little bit about it. So I come from a very artistically inclined background. All of my family loves the arts and crafts and everything like that. It kind of runs in the blood. But I wanted to show you guys actually what the painting was. So here it is. I hope you can see that. Oh, let me get that in the camera here. I'll probably just do a screenshot. But yeah, this is what won second place. And this actually, so this painting comes from a picture that I had my brother take. And it was for an art assignment about viewpoints. And most people were doing just basic, you know, city scenes, and city scenes are boring to me. So I decided to do something different. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool. But one of the other things that I love doing to help relax myself and really just to kind of get all of the craziness out of the way is writing. I have loved writing ever since middle school. I know I mentioned that in my Q&A video. But I was actually going to college for journalism. One of my dream jobs was to be a journalist for the National Geographic. It's still something I would absolutely love to do. But nowadays, I'm actually going to college for networking. I'm going to college currently for a networking administration degree. So I'm learning all about routers and switches and networks, everything from big to small. And it's because I love technology. I love how technology is growing. I love everything technology is, really. Which kind of brings me into my next thing, which is where my love of technology comes from. So part of it is my dad. My dad is a systems administrator. So I grew up learning about technology. But the other part is video games. So when I was 6 years old, this tiny little video game called The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time came out. And ever since then, I have absolutely 100% loved video games. But Ocarina of Time always has a very special place in my heart, because it was the very first game I ever played, and I could barely read actually when it came out, so I had to have my oldest brother read the subtitles to me, and explain to me what the characters were saying. But it was such a mind-blowing, revolutionary thing in my world that I was a character and I could explore the world. And ever since then, I've been a huge Zelda fan. I've played Ocarina of Time probably over 100 times. Like, started and beaten it over 100 times. It is absolutely 100% my favorite video game. And it's so much my favorite video game that I actually have 2 Zelda tattoos. I have 6 tattoos in total, but I have 2 Zelda tattoos. I have one right here in my chest, which is the Triforce, and then I have this tattoo, which you guys can see in my profile picture. But it's here, let me get it up so you guys can kind of see it. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So I have this tattoo right here, which is actually designed from Twilight Princess, from concept art. You can look it up in the Hyrule Historia. It is a sketch of a cat sitting in front of a doorway. And I brought it to my tattoo artist, and I said, I love this, make it a tattoo. And he did, and that's what I have. It's one of my favorite tattoos. My other favorite tattoo, which kind of leads me into my next 5, how many is that? 5. The fifth thing you may not know about me is that I have, along with, or including in my 6 tattoos, I have a Gorillaz tattoo, which is actually my favorite band. I have a tattoo of Noodle standing on top of the floating island with the windmill, kind of small. She's like super big. But my brother actually is an apprentice tattoo artist, and that was the 2nd tattoo he's ever done on anybody, which I'm super proud of him for, and I absolutely love it. And one of my other favorite bands actually is Modest Mouse, and the reason for that is because it is also my best friend's favorite band. And I mentioned this a little bit in my last Journey playthrough and then got distracted. But my best friend Angie, I've known her since I was 5 years old. I've known this girl for almost 20 years now. And it's a really funny story of how we met. We met, and then my family moved houses when I was younger, and she was our next door neighbor, and it was fate. We have been best friends ever since. We will be best friends our entire lives. I love that girl so much. She was my maid of honor in my wedding, and I had known since I was 6 years old that if I ever got married, she would be my maid of honor. And the funny thing about knowing Angie for so long, that actually kind of brings me into my other point, is that when I was a baby, like a baby, little itty bitty Rena, I was actually bald. For the first 3 years of my life, I had no hair. I had like a tiny bit of peach fuzz when I was like 1.5, and then didn't grow any hair since then. Like, concerningly so. Like, my family thought I was going to be bald forever, that it was some like condition or something. But no, obviously I have grown gorgeous, luscious hair that I absolutely love. But the thing with growing gorgeous, luscious hair is that I am also very fidgety, and I fidget with my hair a lot, which I try not to do in my videos, but when I'm playing a game, I actually fidget with the controller. I don't press the buttons or anything, but I fidget a lot. At work, I am the pin clicker. I sit there and I click the pin in meetings, and people get super annoyed with me at home, I twirl things, I mess with things. I am just a super duper fidgety person. Which kind of brings me around to my last point, which is why I started doing Let's Plays in the first place. Obviously, I have a deep love of video games. Everything from the stories and the emotions that they elicit to the beautiful graphics and artwork and all of the technology required to put all of that together and make a unique game. You know, there's so many games coming out nowadays that we almost forget where video games came from. You know, we go back and we look at Ocarina of Time, and it's this super pixelated, blocky game. But when we first saw it, think back to the time when you first saw it, or when you first saw Contra, or when you first saw Pong, if you're in that age group. Think of how amazing it was, and how excited you were that something like that existed in this world. And that's why I wanted to do a Let's Play channel. I have been wanting to start a YouTube channel for a while, but I wanted to start a Let's Play channel because of how amazing video games are, and how much I absolutely love them. And that is my spiel for today. And those are 10 things hopefully you didn't know about me, and hopefully enjoyed knowing about me. Oh, by the way, if you liked it, hit the like button right down there. Yep, right down there. Should be right here. Hit that like button. If you really liked it, hit the subscribe button right below it. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.